welcome back to the channel, lovelies. Thank you for dropping by, and welcome if it's your first time too. I'm Jenny, and yes, I sound puffed out because I've been running around trying to get this video organised. So today I'm doing page edge clusters. So they're narrow-ish and they go on the very edge of the page. These ones are steampunk style. The Lady Vagabond ones will have a bit of lace on, so the lace will extend just past the page a fraction, but I'm not putting lace on all of them. And I'm only doing that because Lady Vagabond is a bit tomboyish in a kind of feminine sort of, she's a feminine adventurer sort of, yeah. And so I am putting a little bit of lace on, but only in the steampunk sort of colours. And I've got a variety of papers here that all fit into steampunk. So I have got some tissue. I've got some of this crazy packaging paper stuff. I've got brown packaging paper. I've got some tea-dyed paper. Some is more grungy than others. I've got some music sheets. I've got a bit of matte page. On the Lady Vagabond ones, I might put some of this, what I've got left of the embossed paper that I've painted, which has got like a sort of a bronze sort of paint on it. I've got sentiments. I've got baking paper, and I've got some little ephemera pieces as well, which I pulled out of the Voyager's Fantastic. I've also got this blue fabric, which I've been using for the Lady Vagabond journal. And I've got this piece of organza. I didn't have any dark blue or dark teal green or black, so this is teal green. It's teal green, but it's probably not the shade I would have preferred. I've also got some book page off to the side somewhere here. Yep, under there. And I've gone through my metal buttons and I've pulled out a selection of buttons that look like they've come off of uniforms, like, I don't know, military in some way, or maybe they are off of old bus conductors' uniforms or whatever, but they've got emblems on them that sort of lend to a more male military kind of theme. And I think I've got one or two that aren't that don't have that, but pretty much all of them do. So there is a variety. Unfortunately, most of them are gold tone, but I thought, well, that's okay. It'll add a little bit of interest. So let's just get cracking. I have got so much to do, and I would like to get a few of these made this video. Sorry about the noise. Okay. This tissue paper I am going to give it a light bit of vintage photo, I will probably either speed this up or cut it out. Okay, well that was one very messy job. Okay, well, I ended up doing my music sheet, the map page, and the bases to these edge clusters. So now the way I do these is I layer them, and I do tend to start with a paper layer. So I need one the length of the thingy, a little bit longer, because I do sort of scrunch it a little bit, not a huge amount, but that's up to you how much you do. I like these for steampunk. I like them to be fairly grungy, so the messier the better, and the darker the better. So, all right, I'm going to use both glues, glue stick and fabric glue. So I'll do one just to show you, and then I will go on and do a little bit of a process line. So I want it to be longer than my base. So a bit like that. Okay, and then the next thing I put on is something like a fabric of some description, and again I will gather it up just a little bit. Probably wouldn't be a lot. I don't want them frilly. And for this, for these page edges, no matter what journal I'm doing them for, I do like the fabric to be one that frays. And I'm going to put it about halfway on the tea-dyed paper. So a bit like that. So I'm gonna, I can't remember exactly how I did the last ones, and they turned out awesome. I haven't used the steampunk ones yet, but I don't have very many of them, which is why I'm, because I've got more than one journal, it's why I am doing more. Okay. I've had a busy day today too in the studio, so I've been doing art related stuff in there. So this video, I'm sorry, is late. But until I'm working on my time management, but it is a slow process because I'm so used to just, oh yeah, I'll get to it. You know, I'm of that attitude these days. Since I stopped working, I just pretty much do what I want, you know, when I want. And it's a habit that I have formed that I am trying to break. Okay, this one I might have needed to do that strip a bit wider, but we will see how it works out. Okay, and so now I want a bit of baking paper, or if you've got a really fine tracing paper, that will do. The aim is to be able to see a little bit of each layer. So if this doesn't cover, if it covers some of the fabric and the tea-dyed paper, that's okay, but I want to be able to see some of those layers. And for this, I'm going to not scrunch it. I'm just roughing up the edge a little bit. You can add anything to these. I was debating whether I'd get out some of my really fluffy wool. I have got some that's, you know, in the steampunk sort of colourings. And see, now that's going to cover just some of the fabric, but that's okay, that's good. All right, so I'm going to put that on with this glue. And I'm doing it all the way to the end. Okay, and to be able to see as much of it as possible. There. Okay. I've used pieces of manila folder as the base, or the main part of the base, but I am going to put packaging on soon. So now I want to add some music sheet on this one. I think I might do that. And I'm just going to do it like so. So they're quite layered and fun to make. Actually, I might use this instead. I must remember to go to Bunnings and get more of this glue that I have got here. Right. And the bottom edge is not glued, which is good, and I can scrunch it up a little bit here and there. Right. Okay. And now I want to use some of this. And that's, I'm going to leave that rolled edge, and I'm going to make use of that on there like so. And of course for organza you don't need a huge amount of fabric glue. It's probably best not to put too much on because it, you know, seeps through and looks unsightly. And I might put a double layer on, seeing as the fabric is so thin it should stick. Okay. So now underneath I'm going to I need to work out how much I need. This would probably look even better if it had vintage photo on the bottom edge, but I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, and I also want to put some lace on it. So I'm going to actually put some of this black. I want to see what this looks like. Oh, I cannot remember. I've had this for many, many years. It's got like a satin edge. And I want to put the lace on that side. Over like that. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so glad I kept all my, because I sold a lot of my fabrics when I stopped sewing, but I am so glad I kept all the laces and all my buttons, and yeah, I am glad. I mean, I've bought a lot of lace since then, but what I had kept me going for quite a while. Okay, and that's going to go on there like that, just so that the lace is peeking out. And then over that, this is going to go. So with these, because they're so layered, you can just glue them down one side when you're applying them to the page edge, and it can become a tuck spot. So it doesn't just make the page look wonderful, it also has a purpose apart from that. So now I'm going to pop that on there like so. Oops. And I'm going to pop a sentiment on there. I'll just tear that off. And I've got some other bits and pieces that I can embellish this with. So what will I put? I might put a hat at one end. Like that. And I think I've got some sentiments under here. Yeah. You will never know until you go. If you've got some cheesecloth or muslin, that's also a good thing. Or I don't have any. I wish I did have some burlap. Oh, God, upside down. Burlap would be really cool, but I don't have any burlap. So, not to worry. Some very coarse string, twine, would be really good to add as some sort of an embellishment on there. I'll leave the buttons until last. So that's one, and that goes. I don't think I've got a. I haven't got a normal page, but it goes on the very edge of the page like that. And if you just glue it down here, you with some strong glue, you can use it as a tuck spot. So there we go, there's one. I've decided I'll come and show you one with the buttons on, because I felt that it was a bit unfair that I kind of finished the video with them unfinished. So I've got two metal buttons on there, and they've got like some sort of emblems on them, so you know, definitely belonged to some sort of official coats or whatever. I don't know. I've had them for so long. And then what I've done is I've gone over just very sparingly with the that rust effect paint that I paste that I used for the I used it for something for the steampunk. I can't remember. Anyway, I used it in one of the last videos. So they're not looking too bad. I would have preferred them to have some chain or something hanging down, but I don't have a real lot of bronze chain, and I really don't have much gunmetal chain either. So This will have to do. So now do another one. And I tend to just, I don't necessarily layer them all in the same order. I just, it's kind of that order. Well, it is that order, but it might be with different things. And one or two might have one layer less. It really doesn't, it doesn't matter. And this one I'm not going to scrunch up. Like, I'm not going to ruffle this one. I'm just going to let it have its wrinkles that I just gave it just before. All right. Okay. Now, I might just put a little bit of music sheet in the center. The other ones I did, I hung bronze keys onto, and I don't know, some other bits and pieces. I think I had some of those bronze fob watches that come with the keys, or no, sorry, the cogs, and I might have added a cog or two, like the metal ones. Now, that's too small. Probably easier that I just do one at a time. So I was up till very late last night painting, and I did an ink drawing because my painting wasn't working out and I was getting very annoyed with it, and so I had to put it aside to dry so I could change tactics and do something different. Okay, now I might add a little bit of this, maybe one end. That's what I will do. See, I don't actually have a plan, I just go with the flow. So long as I keep the layers, keep layering, and you can see the layers, that's all that matters. I'm going to add another piece of this. But I'm only going to add half of it this time. Okay, on there like that. And then on the underside, I'm going to add this lace. No, I'm not. I'm going to add some of this lace, which is chocolate brown. I'm not actually adding lace edges to any of the pages in these journals. I'm only adding lace on these embellishments, so that's what you'll see. And I'm not putting any lace on any of the pockets or anything like that, or journal cards. They'll all be lace free. I think. I mean, the plan could change. But the plan is to not okay, and put on here. Okie dokie. Like so. And just re-scrunch up. I won't worry too much about it because I'll probably have to do it again before I put it in the journal. So, all right, and on the top here, I had this little piece. I'm going to put that on there somehow. Like that. Get off me. Alright, and on here. really love doing these. They're fun. They're fun to do. I might add a balloon. Why not? My son is still sick with his flu, head cold, whatever it is. He's getting better, he said, but he's still got the sore throat and everything, and his crazy boss still expects him to go into work. So apparently a lot of the other staff have come down sick because Michael's been spreading his germs. It's ridiculous. I fail to see how that's duty of care. You know, like, how can a boss have duty of care? So that is that one. Unfortunately, I covered up too much of that embossed paper, but that's okay. There's another one. Take a little. Oh. Tell me I need another. Yes, I do. I need another glue stick. These glue sticks have gone up to, I think it's $1.20 for a pack of 2, so it's still ultra cheap. You can't beat that, and they're good glues. If I put a fair amount of this on the paper, and then put the organza on or a really fine lace, it would stick it and, you know, be pretty good, because I have done it and it did work. So okay. Now, I'm going to put worried about that uninked edge. You won't see it when it's finished, so that's okay. I'll do this one and I'll check the time. I don't want to hold you up for too long, guys. Okay, and I am going to put some of this on there as well. If I don't get them all finished, which I'm obviously not because they are time consuming, I will go on and finish the rest of the bases at least that I've got here, and I'll add them to the thumbnail photo for you. So if you don't get to see me put buttons on and stuff, you will see the buttons. I'll do a close-up on at the end of the video. I'll do a little run through of each piece at the very end of the photo, so you'll see buttons on them, and you know, you'll see them all finished pretty much. So okay, now get off me. Okay, it's stuck to me completely. Right, and I'm going to put just a little bit of this paper on here. On there. I think I'm attaching all the buttons with a rusted safety pin. I might have one that needs to be stitched on, so whether or not I stitch it or glue it, I don't know. Where is it? Okay. And think I want to fine papers together. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I think I'm going to put some of this on here. But I'm not putting it underneath. I'm going to put it on top. Just switching it up a little bit. So have you made these before? I think I have to do it that way. Like that. And I have some clocks and cogs here. I'm going to put some of these on. Okay, these are going to look awesome when they're finished. Might actually stick that one down there. It's a two-fold exercise that will cover up some of the glue that's going to shine through. Get off. And a sentiment. I hope I haven't been off screen too badly. Stick, please. Right, I'm going to call that one done. Sticking to my fingers everywhere. Okay, I need to check the time. Okay, yep. So, I am going to call it quits for the video, but I'll continue and I'll finish them all and I'll finish dressing them up and you'll get to see them at the very end of the video. Alright, so don't click off if you want to see them completely done. Alright. I hope that this video was inspiring for you, and if you're going to make these, let me know, comment below, and perhaps you, if you would like, you could, if you're on Instagram, you could take a picture and put them on Instagram and hashtag me just steampunk, how original. Just hashtag me steampunk Jen, and that way if anyone else has put up a hashtag of steampunk, at least I'll see it, because you'll have my name at the end of it, and I will come and have a look at your pictures and see what you've done and leave a comment for you. That would be awesome. Please give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you like what you've seen at the end of the video, all of the buttons on and everything. And until the next video, bye for now. Peaceful blessings to you all.